Your world was good. It's your man Silex again, and I'm wishing you all guidance, protection, and blessings from the Most High. Always. Guys, today is a very, very special day. Now I know you might look at this and say, bro, what are you talking about? You're still recording yourself with your low quality camera. You don't even have a microphone. How is this special? Well, hold up. Let me answer that. Guys, today I'm introducing you to the Natty Talks. Now you may ask, what is that? Well, the Natty Talks is a concept I came up with simply by observing around me. In my entourage, there are many people with dreadlocks that do amazing things in various areas. So I thought to myself, I could create an outlet promoting them and making connections happen. You know, also the fact that they have dreadlocks and that this channel is here for me to document my own free from journey. I thought it would be an interesting topic of conversation to have with them, to know their own experiences and to share, their overall perception on that. Still, though, the more I thought about it, I realized that obviously I also know people without dreadlocks that are also involved in this type of movement, like promoting more natural ways of life, holistic health, and everything. So instead of selecting a name with dreadlocks in it that would exclude from the get go people without dreadlocks, I wanted to select a name that could include everyone. And that's why I went with Natty Talks, Natty meaning nature, natural, So this is what we're gonna have in the Natty Talks, guys. There are gonna be healers, artists, athletes, all kinds of amazing people from all walks of life. Yeah. But now, enough of me talking, and it's time to meet the first guest, and his name is Bled Mikey. So, Bled Mikey, thank you for accepting the invitation. I'm really happy to have you here. And so, for anybody that may not know you yet, could you introduce yourself? Tell us what you're about and what you're up to.
Okay, thank you to inviting me, Silex. I'm really glad to be here with you. So I'm Bled Miki. I'm an artist from Guada, and I do music. I'm writing music. I'm singing, and I'm composing a little bit too. So this is my art, and then I'm also involved in my culture. So that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's dope. We will get into that a little bit later, but the first theme I wanted to touch on with you was dreadlocks because this is like something that's going to be a common theme on this channel. So first question is like, how long have you been growing your hair?
Okay. I I've got my hair, my back in the back of my head since I'm a little kid. I never cut this part of my hair,
Okay.
but for the rest, it's like um, I started my do locks from the age of 16, so it's like 9 years. Yeah.
Okay. And so you said that you had hair like ever since you were a little kid. And I know, for example, a lot of people, when they start growing dreadlocks or even just longer hair, sometimes it can be like difficult with their family and stuff. Like, did you experience any of that?
No, 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 no. My family was very comfortable with these things because both of my parents get dreadlocks too, and I grew up in the cultural movement of the African roots, and also the Rastafari movement, the the Ethiopian Orthodox movement. So all of these cultural movement and spiritual movements are very comfortable with the this hairstyle.
Okay, okay. And so the next question I would like to ask you is like, do they have a particular meaning to you? Like, do you attach like, is there some type of symbolism that you have with them?
Yes, of course. As for me, it's a crown. Is the the hair of the lion too, and then it's also a manifestation of the the how can I say this in English? The resistance, the fighters, you know, the freedom fighters, the love fighters too, because you know locks. It's a hairstyle that was very very yo goume pour empêcher moun frappe locks en l'eau.
Yeah, there was a lot of resistance against people wearing dreadlocks. Yeah.
Yes, I. So uh, people who have dreadlocks are resistance by force because you have to have a posture, a way that you are to get into this way and stay in this path because it's a lot of confrontation and you have to get your spirit and your mind and also your body straight in a righteousness. It's like a way of life. It's more than just an hairstyle. As for me.
And we were talking a little bit also before we started the conversation, and you were talking to me about the warriors from Ethiopia. I think you were talking to me that were wearing that. Like, could you elaborate?
Yes. For the term dreadlocks, when we say it's dread, it's because it make the oppressive people scared, you know, the one that don't want us to wear that hairstyle, they are scared of this thing. So that's why that's dreadlocks. And in Ethiopia, there were two wars against Italy. The first time they came, it was on the kingdom of Menelik II. That's an Ethiopian king. And the second time, it was under the reign of Haile Selassie. And both time they came, Italy, both time they lose the war. And the soldiers of Ethiopia, they were saying that as long as they are not winning this fight, they are not cutting their hair. So they became to have very long hair and dreadlocks, and they never stop until the win. So they finally won two times because of this mental disposition and this physical manifesting of this mental thing, you know.
Okay, that's really great. And if I'm correct, I think there was something similar in Kenya when they were fighting against English colonialism. I think there was something similar to that. And so that's why sometimes, because when there is this debate, like I know some people, they say they don't really like the term dreadlocks or whatever, but that's why for me, I like this term, you know, and I embrace it, you know, because I'm not saying that my hair is ugly or dreadful. It's just, it's like you said, it's to refer more to the character of the person. But at the end of the day, like, everybody do what they want. If you want to call them locks, it's up to you. If you want to call dreadlocks, we're not.
Dreadlocks, it's like it has more historical meaning. Even from the Rastafari movement, the first Rastafaris, they were very very dread the other part of the colonial system. So they were, the colonial was scared of them because they were not submissive to this system of this oppressive system. So dreadlocks is like you are a warrior, you are not conciliant of everything they want you to do. You do what you do. You don't do what they want, only what they want you to do.
Yeah, this is really a great point you touched on, because like I feel like nowadays there is a huge, mainstream misconception about Rastafari. People just think that Rastafari is just people like sing peace and love and maybe smoke weed and that, but they don't know that the origin of the movement, like these were serious rappers, like people that
Yes, Maroons.
serious things. Yeah. So yeah, that's really yeah.
And I want to say, when we go back into the time to the kingdom of Kemet in ancient Egypt, the pharaohs, they were wearing locks too. So it's a royal hairstyle too. When you see the statues, you will see some pharaohs like Amenemhat III with this kind of hair.
Dope, dope, dope. And so yeah, the next question I wanted to ask you is, do you have like any special type of maintenance routine? Like what do you do with your hair? Like do you put products or what type? How do you maintain and keep them healthy?
Okay, so as the more I can, I trying to put natural oil, natural soap to wash my locks, and project that's from the nature. So it is a daily routine to twist them with some oil, but I don't do it daily. I say daily, but when I can, I do it. It's not easy like that, but as more as I can, I'm trying to use natural products.
Dope, dope. So the second theme for this interview, because like you said, you're an artist. So this is what I wanted to talk about with you. I know you released an album very recently called Kanouye. So I would like you to elaborate on that and tell us, like just talk to us about it. Oh, Gatsonman?
Oui, en carton vous, carton moi.
Oui, un Gatson carré. Ok,
Eh
ok,
ben, c'est
carré.
parfait.
Ok. So, Bled Miki, thank you for accepting the invitation. I'm really happy to have you here. And so, for anybody that may not know you yet, could you introduce yourself? Tell us what you're about and what you're up to.
Okay, but thank you for inviting me, Silex. Attends, on nous fait encore.